Hey guys, I'm Brian McCauley and welcome to the McCauley's Design Workshop. Today we're going to tune up this old Stanley number 93 and get it cutting again. So stick around.
So to start off here, I'm going to flatten out the bottom of the plane with some 120 grit sandpaper. I've got the iron in and it is tensioned just like I would be if I were to use it. However, the blade is retracted so it doesn't protrude through the mouth of the plane. With the sole nice and flat, I move on to the sides of the plane, again using 120 grit sandpaper, and while I'm doing this I'm making sure to keep the sides 90 degrees to the sole of the plane. And while I'm at it, I'll just try to remove a little bit of this surface rust in the thumb grips on the sides of the plane. Next, I'll go ahead and flatten this reference area that the back of the iron sits on. And again, I'm just going to use 120 grit sandpaper, and then I'll move up to 300 grit just to put a little bit of a polish on it. The hardest part about tuning up this plane was working with the iron itself. The first thing I did was to regrind the bevel and to grind it so that it was 90 degrees to the sides because it was not ground that way. So that took a little bit of time. Then I just continued on grinding and honing with my Worksharp 3000 until the blade was nice and sharp. If you aren't familiar with the Worksharp 3000 and don't really care for using stones to sharpen your blades and irons, I highly recommend it. It's a great system and I really like it. It's super fast. And finally, I'll just polish the back of the iron and the bevel with my strop. And as you can see here, it passes the test. So I hit the rest of the plane with some WD-40 rust removing spray, and I've wiped that off, and now I'm just going through and lightly sanding some of the other parts just to remove a little bit of the rust. This is a user plane for me. I don't need it to look super pretty or anything like that. I just want it to work. So here I am going and putting it back together. And some of the screws needed a little bit of paste wax on them to make them operate a little more smoothly. So that's what we're doing here. And so with the iron back in, we can adjust it to make sure that we can advance and retract the blade. And then we'll go ahead and put the rest of the plane back together. And let's see how she cuts. Looks pretty good to me. This plane will be perfect for cleaning up the cheeks and shoulders of tenons. So, if you've got an old Stanley 93 or other type of shoulder plane sitting around your shop, go ahead and tune it up and put it to use.
Well, guys, that's it. It's not super pretty or anything like that. It's not going to win any beauty contests, but it works, and that's all I want in my shop because I'm going to use it. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and by all means, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.